We have two jobs to work on today at the mobile home as we try to wrap this renovation up. One job is insulation. We're going to be starting insulating the walls today. And the second job, which is actually the first job, is hooking up an outlet. We've decided that we can get some power, temporary power running in the house so that we can vacuum, plug things in, you know, and make our job a little bit easier in here. So we're going to wire up this one outlet just to have a power source in the house, get these floors cleaned up so we can do that insulation. The last thing I want to do is work on a filthy floor and get all that dirt clung to the insulation. It makes it a lot more annoying to work with. To start this project, I'm going to be installing one of these new outlets. This is such a cool new innovation in the world of receptacles and switches. So basically, this is a new style of outlet where there is no exposed metal or screws, and you can see that's kind of cool. And that's going to be really handy in these metal boxes where you want to make sure you don't have any accidents, especially since this is temporary power. It's going to be a lot safer to use one of these because we're not going to have a cover on this. So we're going to show you how it works. Basically, we strip our wires down, and when you strip your wire, they put a little gauge on the side of the outlet right here where you can put your wire to see if you got the right size strip. There it is. And the white goes to the white, the black wire goes to the black side, and you just flip open these little levers right here. You put the wire in the hole and you snap them down. Let me show you. Let me get this white one open. Now these are a lot different than the old backstab outlets that used to come loose and have a bad connection. These are such a big improvement, and they should have no problems being secure for the life of this outlet. And that's how easy it is to wire up the outlet. You just snap them in and it's done. And there's no exposed metal. Isn't that cool? Now, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different here than you may do. And I'm going to go ahead and tie my ground wires together with a Wago connector. You see, this is just a little wire connector. Now my wires are tied together. I'm going to ground out my box. So that green wire goes to the metal box. And now I can actually just shove this right in here. And another cool feature of this outlet is that it is a self-grounding outlet. So you can see this screw right here. It has a little metal spring on it, like a wire. It might be hard to see, but that is because that shows that it's a self-grounding outlet. And because I'm using a metal box, I don't need to add a ground wire to the outlet. Let me get this a little neater. I can just screw this in like normal. And that outlet is done and ready to turn on. Totally safe, and it is grounded. Self-grounding outlets will ground themselves to a metal box. So we don't need the ground wire to the outlet, we just need it to the box. If the box is grounded, the outlet's grounded. If you have a plastic box, you can't do that. You need the wire to go to that green tab. So if the box is plastic, wire it to the outlet. If it's metal, you can go ahead and take advantage of that feature. Another cool feature of these is they have super big tabs. So if you have an overcut wall, it'll sit flat on that wall and span those big sloppy gaps that a lot of people make. You do need a bigger cover to cover these, but they have the option of breaking them off. So there is a break line right there, and you can snap that off and use a regular standard size cover if you want to. Another cool thing is it has little a little bump and a dip on them so that when you're doing a double gang, they will self-align at the right spacing so that your covers will fit properly, self-aligning. So that's pretty much all there is to it. It's pretty simple, pretty clean. Like I said, no exposed metal. We don't have to worry about the screws touching the box or somebody touching the screws. A lot of people, when they use metal boxes, they like to wrap tape around their outlets. Well, you don't have to do that. So, I mean, wiring an outlet has never been easier. These are really cool. This is my first time using them, and I'm pretty impressed. All right, we're gonna plug in our extension cord. And we finally have power in our house. So now we're gonna get a spot vacuumed up just where we're gonna work, probably right here in the living room. Vacuum up a little area to bring the insulation in, and we'll get working on getting these walls insulated. Well, we have a staging spot to do our insulation, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring some bundles in. We got 4 packs. Let's see how far we can go with it. I'm starting here in the kitchen, so let's get this wall filled in. I'm going to slit it where the wires are. So they can eat the wire.
Actually, it is handy to have that just right on you.
Mm-hmm. Guess I'm happy with that. So what I'm doing is just slicing open the back of the insulation so that the wire can kind of tunnel through it. Very basic. Luckily we don't have a lot of wires in our wall. Disintegrated.
Use it later somewhere.
Boy, I feel like we've had a run of boring videos lately. We did plumbing, boring. Electrical, boring. Now we're doing insulation.
Boring.
I get it. It's not a blast to watch this, but
It's part of the process.
you gotta get it done.
Yeah.
He said, why can't I go in the room where you are?
Oh. You can now.
There we go.
I'm gonna walk around barefoot more.
Just trying to make sure I got good coverage, fill in the bay. I'm working my way down. All right, that's done. You know, we're still on our first bundle and this is going good. I feel like it's really filling in quick. I'm just going to work it around these wire. I got this big clump of wires going up the side of the wall here. I'm trying to work it in. We don't want it too gappy.
Thin air.
I have a nailer right here, so I'm just stuffing in a bunch of small pieces behind it. That was one bundle, did that whole wall. I just opened a new bundle. We're gonna carry on. I think I'm gonna try to get that kitchen wall all done. We can at least get this complete. I don't see why not. I'm sure I will. As I often do. Getting it done. We're making progress. Guys, this is so easy. It's actually amazing how easy some jobs are. Home renovation isn't always hard, but there's definitely hard jobs. I think after doing all the electrical and plumbing and all this stuff, this is just like piece of cake. We're gonna keep going. There we go. We just installed insulation on this entire kitchen wall, and that's pretty cool how quick we got that done and how far those bundles went. So I'm going to keep going. We have a little bit left and probably do... What should we do next? So I guess we're going to go living room. We just did the kitchen and this wall carries on, so doesn't matter. It's all got to get done eventually anyway. Well guys, I'm sorry that you have to look at me like this, but we got our job done. We went through all 4 bundles of insulation, and I can't believe how far it went. We got done from the dining area all the way down into the bedroom. So you can see it carries on about half that front bedroom wall. Awesome work. I think now it's a lot easier for me to see how many more bundles we'll need. I could have counted them. I just like to estimate sometimes. This is going good. We're going to get back to the store, get another load, and keep going. And this month we're going to have all the walls insulated. So it's going to be a huge progress this month. I'm looking forward to it. We are nearing the end of this renovation. There's a lot of work to do, but it's close. And we're going home. So I guess that's all we have here at the mobile home.